This is how you Reinhardt on Dorado. Hey, what's up everyone? Ace of Spades here, back with another Overwatch tank guide. So Reinhardt's probably one of my favorite tanks, the ones I got known for. So yeah, let's go ahead and talk about Dorado, since it is one of his like harder maps, since there's a bunch of high grounds and low grounds to it. So let's talk about where you got the position and how to take the fights. So going on and getting into the game. So first point, defense. This is probably one of the better spots as Reinhardt to hang out at. If you are on like a Mei comp and you want to be holding close, then you're going to want to go ahead and play this corner here or inside. This would be the most ideal if you have like a coordinated team, because then everyone, your supports can play here, heal. The Mei would, you know, use wall, contest cart. You can still contest cart here. I believe if there's a Mei wall, I think you still contest cart. Could be wrong, but I believe you can still contest cart if a Mei wall gets put up here. So yeah, if you're just trying to buy as much time as possible, or if it's an overtime and you need to hold close, then this is probably the best spot right here in this room, because it forces them to, you know, get in within swinging distance. If they come this way, you can just have somebody contest and play there. So yeah, play here, or if you want, you can play here, look for walls, a little bit safer, and your supports can be playing high grounds if they don't have like a dive comp or something. Because the thing you have to be careful for is if you're playing low ground at the beginning and your supports are playing up top and they are on a dive comp, then they're just going to get dove and you can't really protect them. They're going to die fast. So make sure if you are holding close, everyone's on the same page, and they can like rotate and position themselves to where if they are going to get dove, they can drop down to you so you can actually help them. So if you're on the rush comp, then go ahead and play down here or in the room. If not, then you go ahead and play up top. And what you're going to want to look for is, since you don't really get much value from playing up top here in the beginning, you're kind of just shielding off to get some damage on, you know, as they're pushing up. And then you're going to be wanting to look for an engage if they, you know, waste cooldowns, if you get like an anti, somebody slept or something, or somebody just gets low, tank gets low, he's getting poked out, then it's not a bad idea when the cart gets pushed up a little bit to drop down and take the fight. But then you want to just reset back up to high ground and then just do it all over again, right? So kill them as they come through, drop down if you see an advantage. If not, and everyone's still alive and they push up, you don't want to just stay up here forever. You're going to want to, you know, rotate and take the fight from main. So this is the next spot that you're going to want to take the fight from if, you know, let's say you don't get any of the picks. Want to go down. I like playing this spot here, and the reason for playing this spot and not rotating back to here on like the first fight is because you give up all of the right side if you just back up to this side, right? If you were to die on first and coming back, then of course you're not gonna be able to make it to there. So then yeah, you can go ahead and, you know, play here in that spot. But the most ideal, since most of the time they're going to be pushing cart and you're going to be able to contest, is you just want to be playing like right on this side, because you can still contest the right side and take a fight here if they try and come up the steps. Then yeah, this is probably the best two spots. Then going into second, because the chances are if you lose one fight on first, you're probably not going to get another recontest. It's kind of probably one of the harder points to get back to, since it's long as fuck, and then you have to, you know, go a little side. So you only probably want to get one fight on defense, but if you do, then, you know, it's just, you know, stagger fight. You can play that corner, whatever. But yeah, so that is it for the first point. So if you're going to be staying on Reinhardt on second, not ideal, since it is this high ground. You can't really contest low ground and high ground at the same time as Reinhardt. You're kind of just like forced to take one of the, you know, choose which one you want and then go from there. That's why Reinhardt isn't most ideal on second. But if you are going to be playing Reinhardt on second, then after the first fight you lose, or first point you lose, then going into second, you want to be starting up top here. The reason for starting up top and not starting at the bottom is because at top you don't run the risk of getting, you know, rushed down, get a lot of poke or something like that as they're pushing through. So you'd want them to have to push out a little bit. You can just get free spam in, you're staying healthy, and then once you see an opportunity, then you're gonna want to engage. So it's the same with Ramattra that we just talked about. When the cart gets around here, you want to be looking for an engage, and the reason for that is you want to be able to take at least, like, you know, 2 fights, probably get 3 fights in if you do this. So you don't want to just let them get cart push for free while you're waiting for like a pick if the team is playing correct positions. So with Reinhardt, you're gonna want to look for an engage. So they push up a little bit. Supports are gonna have to push out into the open to be able to heal their tank that's on cart. So opposed to contesting it at the door right there, where their supports can just play in spawn, plays far back, DPS aren't gonna be able to kill them. Letting them push up cart a little bit to here allows it so the supports have to push out into the open to be able to heal their tank, and if they don't, then you just kill the tank and then you win. And then you can either stay down there for that fight or for like the rest of the round, or you can rotate back up to high ground if you have ample time. So yeah, that's how you'd want to be taking the first fight onto second. Let's say you take the first fight, you end up losing it, or, you know, you play down first as long as you can, you know, hopefully you win, like, you know, a couple fights, but you end up dying. The next place you're going to want to go is you're still going to want to come out of spawn, come up to the top. The cart will probably be around here, and it's kind of like the same thing as the first fight engage. You'll be playing up top, looking for an engage, probably from top here down onto like one of the supports, you know, whoever it may be. Yeah, so that's how you're going to want to do that. But Reinhardt actually might not be bad, because with Lifeweaver coming in, that, you know, by next season, I'm not sure, I never tested it, but his lift ability, it might reach the high ground. So honestly, I think Reinhardt might be one of the better picks before going like into Dorado. I was like, yeah, you know, high ground's kind of hard, but you kind of get a free, you know, lift back up to high ground. I don't know if it can reach, so one of you guys in the comments can let me know when it does happen, if Reinhardt can get lit, or it lifts up to the high ground here on Dorado. But yeah, that'd be kind of crazy. But yeah, so this is where you're going to want to take the fight. Going into second, at the end of second, then if you have to play the corner, then this is just, you know, one of the better ones. And the reason for being able to play this corner is if you can see them trying to rotate into the fight room, you can try and stop them here. You just have to be careful for if you walk out like this, right? You're like, oh, dude, I'm gonna go get him, right? Your healers are probably not in LOS, and that's how you just get insta-gibbed and killed. So you always want to be trying to take the fight in a spot where your healers are at. So if you see them rotating, call it out and be like, hey, they're rotating in a bank, drop with me. So then, you know, your healer will be here within line of sight. You can take the fight while still being able to get healed. So just communicate as much as possible where you want to go as Reinhardt, so then your healers can position themselves to be able to heal you, and then they can let you know if they can't see you. So yeah, that is it for second. So going into third, this is where I see a lot of Reinhardts not really play the most ideal spots. And yeah, let's go ahead and talk about that. So going to third, I see a lot of Reinhardts playing up top here for like the first fight, and I'm not a huge fan of this spot on first because it lets them get like a lot of the cart for free, and there's not really a need for that because your supports are probably gonna be playing high ground, and you can be able to contest a lot of that stuff just by playing close, and you're within LOS of like your healers, and all your DPS like pretty easily. So if they wanted to push you out here, they're going to be out in the open to be able to get sniped. So yeah, the place that I like to start with going into third, if you were to lose third, Probably going to be coming back, try and take the, you know, engage. Probably going to be like around here. And the reason for playing this spot is once the doors close, this is kind of like a free like angle to be able to get healed. You can contest the corners, whichever side they're going to want to go through. Then once you win, hopefully you win third fight. Let's say if you lose it, then you're just going to reset and try and take the fight from bridge. But if you win it, then instead of playing here, you're going to want to have your team rotate, have like a healer playing here by where like the mega is. Your DPS can like set up, and you want to be trying to hold this spot. And the reason for holding this spot is because if they try and come through the choke, you can contest here. If they want to try and go that way, then you can go here and then just drop down and take the fight. Or you can like rotate to like, you know, like the steps here. Because if they try and go far wide, then they're not really going to be contesting point. Then you can just, you know, drop down, take the engage how you want. But by playing this side, it shuts down the option for them to come high ground, since a lot of the teams going into the attack onto third, they just come up the steps. They want to go right side here, take high ground, force you off, since this is just like prime real estate, and then take the engage. So instead of playing, you know, there and they're just going to walk past you for free, shut down the left side as Rein, and then you can go from there. So this is the most ideal spot. Even if like anytime you lose the objective, even if it's like, you know, all the way back there, and unless they have like a ball tracer, you know, something that can actually rush to get the point, then you're going to want to always just, you know, push up and fight here. And it's the most ideal spot for you. So yeah, I think that goes over every single spot that you need to on Reinhardt's, because the rest is just self-explanatory. You're just gonna be testing on like the high ground. You want to go take fight there. If you're coming back, then, you know, it's just the staggered fight that you just be playing the corners. Yeah, I think that's everything you need to know about the Reinhardt. So yeah, appreciate you guys for watching. Hope you guys learned something. Yeah, let me know about the Lifeweaver thing. Yeah, appreciate you guys. And if you're not subscribed, make sure to subscribe. Helps a lot for the channel. And till the next video, peace.